Sarah here again. I just wanted to kind of talk about how I'm feeling, I guess, right now. I am so sore. Like my shoulders kill and my back hurts. My butt technically was hurting at one point because of a 65-mile bike ride. But this just got me thinking again because there are things that we do and it makes us uncomfortable. Or there's things that we don't do because we're going to be uncomfortable. And looking at my health, if I were to just stop because I got sore, I would never go back. And for that 65-mile bike ride, when I did that, we were doing it to raise money for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And for us to be uncomfortable for 65 miles and to hurt some for just a day, the people that have CF are constantly having to go to the hospital and during being there for days, having IV stuck in them and tests being done, people poking and prodding them and just having trouble breathing. That makes them uncomfortable. But there are times, we can make ourselves uncomfortable for God, because it seems like in the moments that we become uncomfortable are the moments where we have the most impact, or where God's glory can be shown the most, or where we can shine His light the most, because we aren't working on our own strengths. We aren't doing the things in our own ways, in our own strengths, because we couldn't have. And the same thing goes with stepping out in faith. It's going to be uncomfortable. And in those moments is what defines who we are, defines who God is in us, and the faith that we have. Kind of a rambling a little bit, but it just always gets me thinking when I'm in pain after something. In the long run, it's good. It comes out to be for our good. And this is just in our body health-wise. But in the long run, it's even for the bigger picture, it makes sense. So I used to always think about that. And I shouldn't say I thought about that. It was just things that I wouldn't do because I would make it'd be uncomfortable. Like when I was younger, I didn't want to go do things because my friends were either, if they weren't going to be there, I didn't want to go because I'd be uncomfortable being by myself. I didn't want to put myself out there in a way like that, because what if nobody talked to me, or what if I said something stupid, or just I feel out of place. It's uncomfortable. But the moment that I decided to not care about that, and I stepped out in faith, basically in faith, and went to like Bible studies, I would learn things, and then I would step out and I did my Emmaus walk, which is a place that I knew I wouldn't know anybody, and I said, who cares? I just want to go and be me, and people can like me for who I am, but then most importantly, I just wanted to see and feel God and to find Him in that place. And if I would have done that, again, I wouldn't be where I am today with the ability to do this, to speak to people that I have. I've done just a couple talks, but then also just to learn that I am so relational with people and one-on-one, and that's where I can spread more of my thoughts and feelings and faith with people. I enjoy that, and I used to think that was a weakness of mine, was to be around people, or that I just wasn't good with people. But now I'm nursing and working with patients, and that is what I strive, or what I long for, is those one-on-one connections with people. Like, that is what drives me. So that was like stepping out to be uncomfortable, like had led into so many things. So mainly I just want to encourage you that if there's something you feel God's pulling you to, but you feel uncomfortable about it, or you know that it's not going to be great feelings at first, there's a point where that uncomfortableness is going to just be where God wants you to be, because He's going to shine through you. I did look up a couple verses that I wanted to share, even that kind of went along with this, because a lot of us do. You want to say being uncomfortable, we have that fear of being uncomfortable, or a fear of something that's holding us back. And I wanted to quote 2 Timothy 1:7, where it says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." Obviously, He doesn't want us to fear anything, because He is with us. He's always going to be with us. And I can't tell you how many times in the Bible that he says he'll be with you through everything and anything. Even when we're not feeling him, he's there. And then I also want to quote Joshua 1:9. It says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. So do not fear. Do not have the fear, because God is with you. He is near. And that brings me into the song that I wanted to share. It's by Moriah Peters, called "Oh Fear, My God is Near." And it's basically saying about how fear has paralyzed this person, and but they have overcome it, and they've said, no, I'm not going to allow this fear, this uncomfortableness to control me. I am going to step out, and I'm going to be free, and because God's going to be there no matter what it is. So I'll leave the link at the bottom as always, and I hope you enjoy the song, and I hope you have a blessed Wednesday, and just live passionately and go be uncomfortable. What can we lose? Not really anything. Ciao.